further engage the office of the clerk to invite committees to submit their views. The memo dated 11th September has since been issued by the office of the clerk. The memo reads, the Committee on Finance and Economic Planning is considering the Nandi County Annual Development Plan for the financial year 2026-2027. The same is scheduled for public participation to be held on 29th September 2025, 30th September 2025, and 1st October 2025 at the sub-county level. The committee hereby invites the County Assembly Sectoral Committee and all the elected members to examine the development proposals of their respective departments and wards, and to submit their views to the Committee on Finance and Economic Planning to be received on or before 26th September 2025. Your cooperation is highly appreciated. All committee chairpersons are directed to comply with the directive. Consequently, the Committee on Finance and Economic Planning, in realization of this agenda, will hold a joint meeting tomorrow, Thursday. Notices of the meeting will be circulated. I thank you, Honorable Cheriot Meli, Speaker of the Nandi County Assembly. Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Yes, Honorable Emmanuel.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to lay before the table of the House today, Wednesday, 17 September 2025, the report of the Administration, Public Service and ICT Committee on the vetting of nominee to the selection panel for the recruitment of members to the Nandi County Public Service Board. I beg to table.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Members, I want to acknowledge the receipt of the report on vetting of nominees to selection panel for the recruitment of members to the Nandi County Public Service Board. Honorable Members, the said report will be scheduled in the order paper. Thank you. Next order.
Order number 6, notice of motion.
Yes, Honorable Emmanuel.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to keep a notice of motion that this House adopt the Administration, Public Service and ICT Committee report on the vetting of nominees to the selection panel for the recruitment of members to the Nandi County Public Service Board, laid on the table on 17 September 2025. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Next order.
Order number 8, the Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Control Bill 2025, second reading.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for granting me the opportunity to move the Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Control Bill 2025 to the second reading. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Trade, Investment and Industrialization, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 194, has read together with item 2 of the second schedule of Nandi County Assembly Standing Orders, considered the Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Control Bill of 2025, as was committed to it on Tuesday, 1st July 2025. Pursuant to Article 196(1)(b) of the Constitution of Kenya, 2010, and as stipulated in Section 87(1)(a) and (b) of County Governments Act 2012, the clerk of the County Assembly invited various stakeholders and the general public to attend and give their views at a public participation held on 5th, 6th, and 7th August 2025 in all the 6 sub-counties in Nandi County. Members of the public were also requested to submit their views on the office of the clerk by Thursday, 7th August 2025, as hereafter annexed. Establishment and the mandate of the committee. Honorable Speaker, Committee on Trade, Investment and Industrialization is established under Standing Order number 194, 1 and 2nd schedule, with its mandate relating to all matters related to housing and electricity, gas reticulation, energy regulation, trade development, regulation including markets, trade licensing, excluding a regulation of provision, fair trading practices, and legal licensing. The functions of a sector committee under Standing Order 194.5 are to investigate, inquire into, and report all matters relating to the mandate, management activities, administration operations, and estimates of the assigned departments. B, study the program and policy objectives of departments and the effectiveness of the implementation. C, study and review all county legislation referred to it. D, study, assess, and analyze the relative success of the department as measured by the results obtained as compared with their stated objectives. E, investigate and inquire into all matters relating to the assigned departments as they may deem necessary and as may be referred to them by County Assembly. To vet, F, to vet, report on all appointments where the Constitution or any law requires the County Assembly to approve, except those under Standing Order 187, Committee on Appointments. And G, make reports and recommendations to the County Assembly as often as possible, including recommendations of proposed legislations. Honorable Speaker, the membership of the committees as follows. 1, Honorable Nicholas Kimboi, Chairperson. Honorable Faraj Salma, Vice Chairperson. Honorable Milka Chumba, Member. Honorable Josephat Tarbe, Member. Honorable John Bitok, Member. Honorable Stanley Chepkemoi, Member. Honorable Edwin Korir, Member. Honorable Davis Bor, Member. And Honorable Matthew Sang, Member. Honorable Speaker, the committee takes this opportunity to thank the offices of the Speaker and that of the Clerk and of the County Assembly of Nandi for the logistical support accorded to it in realization of this report. The committee is very grateful to Department of Trade, Investment and Industrialization team led by CCM and technical staff for their guidance role to the participatory content assessment process, evaluation, and interrogating the bill. Much appreciations to honorable members and the secretariat to the committee for their time and efforts during the entire exercise. Honorable Speaker, the Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Control Bill 2025 is a bill for an act of the County Assembly of Nandi to provide the necessary to provide for the licensing and regulation of the production and sale, distribution, outdoor advertising, and consumption of alcoholic drinks and for connected purposes. The bill provides in its first part preliminary provisions relating to the short title and commencement, interpretation, and the objectives of the bill. Part 2 of the bill makes provisions relating to the establishment of the management board, and a directorate and outlines their functions and powers. It also establishes sub-county committees. Part 3 of the bill enunciates a provision relating to application for and grant of licenses and permits. The part makes provisions towards the process of application for licenses and permits under the bill. The part further elaborates on the responsibilities of the license holders or permit holders and sets out the general condition of license to be complied with by the license holders or permit holders. Part 4 of the bill relates to provision regarding to establishment of the review committees. That part makes provision relating to administration of appeals emanating from the management board and the sub-county committees established under clauses 4, 9, and 9 of the bill. Part 5 of the bill makes provisions relating to general requirements under the bill and prohibits certain activities and actions such as drunken behavior, access by persons under the age of 18 years, supply to young persons, selling in sachets, etc. Part 6 of the bill makes provision relating to sale and consumption of alcohol and specifically prohibits certain activities and actions such as disorderly conduct, breach of license, selling adulterated alcohol drinks, etc. Part 7 of the bill makes pronouncements on the advertisement and promotion of alcohol-related issues or items. That part, Mr. Speaker, also prohibits false promotions, encouragement of consumption, etc. Part 8 of the bill provides for enforcement provisions and sets out enabling provisions to enter, inspect, search, seize, make such other actions in order to ensure compliance with this legislation. Part 9 of the bill, Mr. Speaker, provides financial provisions relating to the power of the executive member for trade, investment, and internationalization to make regulation relating to the legislation, among other things. Views from the public participation. 1. The members of the public turned up for the public participation list annexed as had been gazetted. The following views were brought up concerning the bill. Members of the public were of the view that the bill was of great importance in streamlining the operationalization and control of the alcoholic drinks industry. 2, the public noted that stakeholders' involvement should be increased, as well as the document should be availed in good time. That political interference should not affect the sector. 4, the public raised issues on the production, transportation, and sale of counterfeit drinks within the county with the knowledge of the authorities. 5, the issue of disposal of used alcoholic drinks bottles also arose. The committee observation, Mr. Speaker, the committee noted that the bill was a good legislation towards the betterment of the trade sector. Number 2, it was noted that the bill brought in definitions of terms safe for those which have been introduced in the amendments. 3, that the bill introduces good mechanisms of handling objections. The bill also introduced new types of licenses and how they can be acquired. Mr. Speaker, the committee are proposing for the following amendments. The committee proposes the following amendments that shall be deliberated at the committee of the whole house. At clause 2, that the amendment number 1 is amendment at clause 2 of the bill to be amended by introducing the following interpretations immediately after clause 1. Interpretation 2. In this act, unless the context otherwise requires, alcohol, the meaning of alcohol, Mr. Speaker, means the product known as ethyl alcohol or any product obtained by fermentation or distillation of any fermented alcoholic product, rectified either once or more often, whatever the origin, and shall include Kangara, synthetic ethyl alcohol, but shall not include methyl alcohol and alcoholic completely denatured in accordance with the prescribed formula. Alcoholic drink includes alcohol, spirit, wine, beer, liquor, traditional alcoholic drink. That means, Mr. Speaker, the Changa and Busa. That is the meaning of traditional alcoholic drink. And one or more of such varieties containing 1/2 of 1% of or more of alcohol by volume, including mixed alcoholic drinks, modify industrial alcohol blended for human consumption, and every liquid or solid, patented or not, containing alcohol and capable of being consumed by a human being. Authority, the meaning of authority. Authority means, that is in the amendments, authority means the national authority for the campaign against alcohol and drug abuse established under the National Authority for the Campaign Against Alcohol and Drug Abuse Act 2012. Cinema means, cinema has the meaning assigned to it in the Films and Stage Plays Act. Chief officer means the chief officer responsible for trade. Director means the person responsible for the management of the Alcoholic Drinks Control Directorate established under Section 7 of this Act. Directorate means the Alcoholic Drinks Control Directorate established under Section 7. Amendment number 2, Mr. Speaker, is that clause 4(1)(d) be amended by deleting the entire subclause and introducing a new subclause to read the Chief Officer Administration. The third amendment, Mr. Speaker, is that clause 4(5) to be amended by introducing the sentence, and I quote, for a specific period of time, immediately after the word mandate. The fourth amendment is that clause 4(6) of the bill that we propose to be amended by deleting the G after and replacing it with E. Let me read that. At clause 4(6) of the bill be amended by deleting the G after and replacing it with E. Amendment number 5 is that clause 15, part 11, part 12, and part 13 be amended by adding the sentence, and I quote, and the management board, immediately after the sub-county committee at the start of every sub-county clause. Amendment number 6, and that's the last amendment, Mr. Speaker, is that clause 29. We propose that it be amended by introducing a new subclause, 29 part 6, I think. It's somehow wrapped, Mr. Speaker. I'll have to confirm that. That clause 29 be amended by introducing the new subclause 29 should be 6. Upon determination by the review committee, the applicant for review may be allowed to operate pending the decision of the committee. Mr. Speaker, this report also was, after all the deliberations and considerations, it was adopted by around 5 members. But that, Mr. Speaker, doesn't mean that the other members are not in agreement with these documents. It's only that by the time we were adopting, they were away on other official duties. So the signatures appearing here are for Nicholas Kimboy, Salma Faraj, Honorable Nicholas Kimboy, Honorable Salma Faraj, Honorable Milka Chumba, Honorable Stanley Chepkemoi, and Honorable Matthew Sang. In that case, Mr. Speaker, those members meet the threshold of actually approving this report or this bill for further processing. Annexed here, Mr. Speaker, is the advertisement from the County Assembly. This it was circulated in, I think, 2 papers of the national circulation. Also annexed here is the names and telephone numbers for the members of the public that participated in the public participations. Their signatures are also here from all the 6 sub-counties. We went all the 6 sub-counties, Mr. Speaker, because we wanted views from all the sub-counties, or we were making actually the bill to be popular. Now that, Mr. Speaker, we are outlawing an existing law. So we saw it necessary that we do the public participation from every sub-county. We have the minutes also for the committee who later adopted this report. So, Mr. Speaker, this bill, or this document, the Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Bill 2025, as I have read, it is so self-explaining, Mr. Speaker. What we found out at the public participation, or what was in the contention, Mr. Speaker, was the functions, the formations of around 4 institutions that are created by this document. 1 being the management board, 2 the sub-county committees, the review committees, and the directorate. But, Mr. Speaker, we later concurred with mostly the stakeholders or the businessmen operating this business of alcohol, Mr. Speaker. And we understood that, or we agreed that the functions of management board are distinct from the functions of the review committee. In essence, Mr. Speaker, what the sub-county committee does during the licensing period is that they receive application from various business people dealing with alcohol, and what they do next is to visit those premises to check on the conditions of those particular premises, whether they meet the conditions of, or whether they meet the parameters laid down by the same committee. After them applying now, after the operators applying to the sub-county committees, the committees will visit the premises, and then they come and make the report, Mr. Speaker. The report is 2-way. It's either you will be recommended to be awarded the license, or you will be, the recommendation will be you are denied the license because of 1 to 3 reasons, Mr. Speaker. So what the sub-county committees does is only to recommend now to the service board, to the management board created by this bill. What the management board will also reconsider, will look at all the recommendations from the sub-county committees. They will either agree with the sub-county committees, or also they will make some changes based on what they will decide at that point in time. So when the report that, the positive report now of awarding the licenses to the operators that have qualified, then the management board will transmit the same information to the directorate now of a list and the names of persons to be awarded the licenses. The aggrieved parties now will come to the review committee for arbitration and the like. So, Mr. Speaker, that all those institutions are distinct in nature, and it will make, once it becomes law, it will make on matters licensing and all other regulations that will come after this bill to be of importance to what also these documents also tries to bring in the issue of social order on matters manufacture, sell, be it on wholesale, retail of alcohol, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, while we were deliberating on this, I think some 2 days ago, or 2 days, we had some, in that meeting, we had the representatives from the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, we had the clergy, Mr. Speaker, and other stakeholders, Mr. Speaker. And one of the senior most members of this government, I want to mention here, cited a verse in the Bible that somehow wine, a glass of wine, I think is good for the stomach. But generally, alcohol has brought down families. It has made people to separate. It has made children not to go to school because the parents are indulging on the same drink. So we want to bring social order by regulating mothers licensing those who qualify to sell. And also this document talks about the second generation alcohol, which are now a problem within the county. It talks also of importation, Mr. Speaker, not necessarily importing from another country, but importing even from another county. If it's found on the motorbike, we consider that as importation, because you will find at some places the administrators have tried, the enforcement officers have tried to seal the loopholes of the local manufacturing of the second generation alcohol. But you will find that, you will hear that the neighboring countries, because of the porous borders, some of those, the alcohol finds their way to our county, Mr. Speaker, through also other counties. So, Mr. Speaker, as I call upon the seconder to also second this bill, I want also to extend my appreciation to your office, that of the clerk, as I had read, and the membership of this House for finding time to also give your input in this document. So I call upon the Deputy Majority Leader to second. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and the Deputy Majority Leader. Honorable members, I now put that this House adopt the Trade, Investment and Industrialization Report on the Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Control Bill, second reading. Honorable members, the floor is open for debate. Yes, Honorable Tarbey.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to support the motion as moved by the Honorable Chair. Honorable Speaker, if there is a working chairman in this Honorable House, and if there was a gift to be given, I think it would go to the Honorable Member for Ndalat, who happens to be my chairman in the Committee of Dread, Mr. Speaker, and I have reasons to believe so. This is a chairman who, when assigned a task, he makes sure he delivers, Mr. Speaker, and I want to pick from the first. You know, when you are in a committee, your role is to support the chair, and I want to confirm that even the statement that he has said, Mr. Speaker, it is the first in the book of Timothy. That is First Timothy, chapter 3, chapter 5, verse 23. It says, "No longer drink only water, but use a little wine for the sake of your stomach and for your frequent ailments." That is the letter of Timothy. And you know, when we were debating in public participation, Mr. Speaker, it was all about whether alcohol is good or bad. But Mr. Speaker, you know, in the society we live in, we also have democracy. That's why, and I don't know what's funny about this thing, Mr. Speaker, because the second president, that's Honorable Moi, closed all the clubs which were there earlier, Mr. Speaker, and that's why our people got even chance to go to school. I don't know about other presidents, but I also remember the fifth president, the current president, when he took power, Mr. Speaker. What happened is that he closed the only part that it was in State House. And if we were to lead by following his example, Mr. Speaker, maybe we could have closed all the parts in Nandi. Mr. Speaker, I know there are outcries. Even when he took power also, there were clubs which were located even in residential areas in some major towns. And there was a lot of outcries, especially immediately after 2022, Mr. Speaker. But those cries are no longer there. People are living happily. But Mr. Speaker, we didn't want to go that direction. And that's why we are amending a bill which was existing, Mr. Speaker, because the earlier bill which was there had a lot of conflicting issues. I remember even when we were deliberating on the bill, Mr. Speaker, we had developed a bill whereby when people are caught with these illicit brews, you are taken to court, but there is no prescribed fine. So the judge is left wondering now what happens. So, but this bill is clearly stipulates even what fine. When you are caught with maybe 20 liters of changa, how much should you be fined? And Mr. Speaker, this bill is aimed at regulating and bringing sanity, because we believe, like what Kenya Kwanza believes, that kasi ni kasi, Mr. Speaker. Those, even though the power owners are hustling their way, Mr. Speaker, to a living. So closing someone's spa means you are denying him a living, and you might propagate criminal activity. So what the bill aims at, Mr. Speaker, is to bring sanity in the industry, so that even the locations where bars are located, how licensing is done. And Mr. Speaker, we are trying to cure a disease which was there. If you remember back there, Mr. Speaker, I don't want to quote, there are some even county staff who are working at the sub-county, and they were found to having conflict of interest. They are, you know, it was biased. The way the licensing was done in a biased way. But this bill will now develop a board, which after the sub-county licensing committee have undertaken, if someone is aggrieved, we have a board where they'll take their issues, they'll raise the issues, and the board now will deliberate, maybe at the county level. And Mr. Speaker, as the chairman has put it clearly, Mr. Speaker, I think most of the problems that were faced by the various bill will be addressed with the amendments as cited. And that's why, Mr. Speaker, why I was praising my chairman. During public participation, especially here in Kapsabet at the complex, there were a lot of concern by the business community, especially the Power Owners Association and the Chamber of Commerce. But a fortnight ago, 2 days ago, as alluded by the chairman, we met this committee, this group, And their concern, Mr. Speaker, was whether their interest will be taken care of. When they look at the bill, it was kind of, they believe that the licensing committee, especially at the sub-county, would be out, or kind of disadvantaged. But Mr. Speaker, when we talked with them, they got satisfied and they gave us the green light to go ahead with the bill. So, Mr. Speaker, I think if there is a day we are living a true testimony of what public participation is, Mr. Speaker, it's demonstrated in this bill, where even the clergy were there to share their sentiments, the Power Owners Association, the business community, and we took them through the bill and they were really satisfied, Mr. Speaker. And I want to urge other committees that we should take the public participation seriously. And Mr. Speaker, let's not assume, because we have been given powers to represent the people, let's not assume that we know what they feel. Whenever we are going to public participation, let's listen to them and take keen interest on what they are saying. So, Mr. Speaker, I support this bill. It's a repeal of the previous bill with a lot of loopholes. And if we stick to this, Mr. Speaker, I believe the business community who are dealing with the alcohol and alcoholic content, Mr. Speaker, will be regulated. Mr. Speaker, this bill will cure the menace which we have seen in our county, where even poisonous substances in form of alcohol crosses the borders to this county, because even those who are transporting, Mr. Speaker, will be licensed by this committee, so that if you are found transporting alcoholic drinks without a proper license, Mr. Speaker, then you can be arrested. And Mr. Speaker, this will cure those poisonous substances. Some we have been hearing, some are coming from other counties, others are coming from even outside the country, from Uganda and the rest, and this will cure, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, I want to assure my good friend from Kapdel Gamoyo that even the interests of these people in matters cultural are being taken, Mr. Speaker, because this bill also captures the interests of our cultural activities. Because we are in September, Mr. Speaker, and I know by December there will be a lot of cultural activities. Maybe the honorable member will like to test some little busa for Jebtilet and the rest. So, Mr. Speaker, we have provisions where permits will be issued on specific periods, and this will be approved at the grassroots level, Mr. Speaker, so that if you are circumcising your son and you want to be given a permit, maybe to make little busa for the cultural activities, because our culture is our identity, Mr. Speaker, and the Swahili saying, Mwajamila ni mtumwa. So it's captured in the bill, clearly captured. So it should not be misconstrued to mean otherwise, Mr. Speaker, but we are protecting the culture. And the bill clearly stipulates those are not licenses, but maybe permit for cultural activities and the rest, Mr. Speaker. So this bill is a good bill, Mr. Speaker, and I want to congratulate the chair and ask the honorable members that we support this bill so that it gives sanity in our county. During these other periods, permits, especially at the sub-county level, for the county level now, the boards will be directing the issuance of the permits, because we have cross-cutting issues like now the distributors and the suppliers, they are not based in sub-county. But for the opening of the pass, it's being done at the sub-county level. And it's now upon them to direct, if there are issues, the board will handle. So, Mr. Speaker, this bill will bring sanity, and it's a good bill, and it will help us to regulate issues of alcoholic drinks, Mr. Speaker, because just like our two presidents we have cited did in the past, Mr. Speaker, if we don't regulate the use of alcoholic content, Mr. Speaker, we might lose a generation, Mr. Speaker. Especially this young generation called Gen Z, Mr. Speaker. I know it's a bright generation, but we need regulation so that even our school children, Mr. Speaker, are protected, because the bill stipulates where a pass should be located at, how a pass should look like, and Mr. Speaker, it brings and so I support the bill and ask the honorable members that we support. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Kogo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. First of all, I want to congratulate the Committee on Trade, led by our able chairman, as Honorable Kemboi. Honorable Speaker, I also stand to support this motion on the Nandi County Alcoholic Drink Control Bill 2025. I think it's long overdue, Honorable Speaker, but this is the right time for us as the members of County Assembly to work on the same. Honorable Speaker, we must get it right to this bill. It is a very nice bill, and we want to say that the regulations in this bill will uplift the standards of the control bill of these drinks. So, Honorable Speaker, I know for us as members of the County Assembly, whom we are the representatives of various wards, is that we must have the policies, the regulations, so that we can manage, or the alcoholic drinks will be managed in an orderly manner. Honorable Speaker, we need to get the permits to those who are willing to do their business, but not each and every individual. Honorable Speaker, I have a case in my ward just 2 or 3 days ago that some ethanol substance were brought to my attention that there was a vehicle in my ward bearing the ethanol. Fortunately, Honorable Speaker, or because of the members of the public raised an alarm that they have seen a Probox bearing this substance. When the Wananchi alerted the administration, those who were in that vehicle abandoned and ran away. Honorable Speaker, we must get the licenses and permits to those who are supposed to do business. But my main worry, Honorable Speaker, is that if we do not get it right from this point, is that our generation, the generation will get distinct if at all they will not adhere to this bill. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to urge this House that as we do this, let us embrace that all of us, irrespective of our religion, irrespective of where we come, we must talk that alcohol is not good for health, but if need be, let us adhere to the bill, the control bill, so that we get it right and tell our people that we must stick the letter to this bill. So I want to urge this House that let us support and pass it according to the recommendations of the committee. So, Honorable Speaker, I fully support and echo to team led by Honorable Kemboi. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Bett.
Thank you, thank you, Honorable Speaker, for allowing me this opportunity to make my comments regarding the County Alcoholic Drinks Control Bill. Allow me, Honorable Speaker, to congratulate our APO Chairman, Honorable Nicholas Kemboi, for this very important bill, which we say it is long overdue, but at long last, Honorable Speaker, it has come to the floor of the Honorable House. Honorable Speaker, we all know that we have been having adulterated drinks. We have been having also a second generation of alcohol, which has been destroying our youth, Honorable Speaker. And under this bill, Honorable Speaker, the bill will bring sanity in our county. The bill will bring sanity to the businesses being done by the alcohol brewers or alcohol processors, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we had or we saw in social media a Probox ferrying or carrying a box, a huge box, Honorable Speaker. It was a very many liters of adulterated or second generation of alcohol being smuggled from borders. And I think, Honorable Speaker, this bill will stop and it will apprehend all those who are engaging in such a business, Honorable Speaker, will be brought to book, Honorable Speaker, because obvious, as we have seen our youths, our fellow youths have been taking this adulterated or second generation of alcohol, Honorable Speaker, of which it has some side effects to their health. In fact, siring or getting children in future, it will be a big problem, Honorable Speaker. We need to take some actions. Honorable Speaker, I'm happy on some parts which has been touched by my counterparts here concerning traditional ceremonies. And in fact, this bill is touching on some festivities coming in December. And some of us, we respect culture. Mwacha mila ni utumwa. And I quote, Honorable Speaker. So some of us, we are part and parcel of culture. And when I see this document, the culture has been taken care of. Come December, those who want we have some boys will be passing through some stages, Honorable Speaker, and families and the concerned people will be taking some permit and license from liquor board here, maybe from some sub-county, and they will be given some time frame, duration to practice and everybody to celebrate, because it is part of the culture. So that part has catch my eye, Honorable Speaker, and I really support it fully. I really support it fully, Honorable Speaker, because sometimes you find some chiefs, some administration chasing some boys around, or they don't want to, because that is culture. We cannot leave culture alone and celebrate that we are born again. Culture started in Jews, or even in Jerusalem, Honorable Speaker. So I really appreciate our chairman for taking care of the culture ceremonies. Because even me, I am some, my boy will be passing through that stage, and obviously I should obey. And I should make some big liters of pusas to my honorable members. Because I rarely take pusa, I'm a born again Christian. So I wait for the only December as Honorable Speaker. I don't. So after seeing this bill, I appreciate so much the committee. And all in all, Honorable Speaker, we want sanity for the liquor board, liquor across the country, Honorable Speaker. Those who want the lesson to be genuine brewers and processors. No, those we don't want people who are smuggling adulterated drinks from this side. We have been told this from Uganda, and maybe we shall be under your direction, Honorable Speaker. We will make some investigation. I think you will form a task force so that we will investigate where does this liquor come from, which is destroying our youth. Honorable Speaker, I stand to support this bill with all my body parts and mind. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Bet. Honorable Maina.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I also rise to make some few comments regarding the proposed law. And it's just reminded me, Honorable Speaker, that in the earlier part of the 20th century, the United States decided to prohibit these alcoholic products altogether. And for a period of 10 years, they struggled with it until they gave in. and decided that you could not separate human beings from these drinks. And Honorable Speaker, sometimes it makes somebody laugh when you hear, when you see a document that has come from the Department of Trade, and the claim is that you're trying to probably prohibit or reduce the consumption of these. So I think it is a dilemma that we all face. We are faced with the question of whether we will allow alcoholic drinks to continue being sold, or to decide that we are probably a Christian nation, or indeed a Muslim nation. As you might already know, Honorable Speaker, when you are in some of the Islamic republics, you cannot come across this stuff being sold at all. I recall there was a time when the Somalis, the delegations of Somalia had come to Eldoret, and they stayed for quite a bit of time, Honorable Speaker. And during the entire period, the bar in that hotel was closed, literally. And there was no partaking of the same. So I admire our brothers and sisters from the Muslim faith because they live up to their word. But as you might have already seen, Honorable Speaker, an honorable member has just quoted the Bible, and seemingly it says that a little bit of this is always okay. And then there is this exception that Honorable Bates seems to have really taken a liking for. And Honorable Speaker, I think this is the reason. This is the reason why we might have to make a decision as to whether we allow whatever we call the illicit or traditional, depending on how you define it. Because the moment you begin saying that, okay, well, there will be exceptions, that an honorable member will also be brewing some of these illicit during certain periods, then there will be no stopping. You know, it could as well be that all this ceremony, it might be ceremony time all along, the entire year. How can you punish somebody? I might just decide to say that I have circumcised my boy. So if somebody came around, I say I'm circumcising my boy. So that's the reason why I'm having this. It might be circumcision time the entire year, Honorable Speaker. So these are things.
Point of information, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Maina, would you like to be informed?
Well, not at the moment. Not at the moment.
Proceed.
So, whereas it's a good thing, but I suspect, Honorable Speaker, that the real purpose of such laws, Honorable Speaker, is just to create bodies and to get money for licensing. We should just be honest. It might probably serve the purpose a little bit. But I do not think that this country is seeking to prohibit or even reduce or probably scale down completely the consumption of alcoholic drinks. So that's one thing. So probably we as a country might require to have a better look at it. I think it's a good thing that this team is working on this one, but it is a work in progress. I would like to support that we continue, but there should be a way in which we finally have our society not indulging so much in this, particularly so the boy child, Honorable Speaker, as somebody has already alluded, that there might be a little bit of difficulty when it comes to probably being married and so on, or maintaining a family. The last thing that I would like to say, Honorable Speaker, about this is what I have heard some of the members talking about, the members of the committee. They talked about a boundary. They talked about importation, and they are now looking at this county as if it were probably another entity. What I know is that we are in a unitary state, and that it is a bit difficult to consider our county as if it was a standalone. So there should be probably a collaboration. Maybe this law, as we go ahead, it should provide for a collaboration between neighboring counties and so on, so that if there is any hotspot, maybe if it is in Uasin Gishu or indeed Kakamega on this other side and Vihiga, then we can have a system of working together. And then, of course, there is the national government as well. There is even NACADA and other bodies, including the police, who do not take instructions, or they are independent, as it were. So I think there will be quite a bit. This is a start. Let's proceed with it. Let's ensure that it gives us on-source revenue. Let's ensure that even when the honorable member intends to produce that BUSA, he should pay probably a little bit more, so that the county can have a lot of on-source revenue. I think this is probably the gist of what we are trying to do. And let us also have other people getting work. You know, there is a bit of unemployment, Honorable Speaker, the issue of those committees and what have you. I do not know, though, whether a provision for budget has been made so that these people can be able to draw from. In which case, then, so that we should not take away probably money that would be of good use in other more pressing issues. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I support.
Honorable Matthew Sang.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as one of the members of the Trade Committee, I stand before this House to call upon honorable members to support this bill led by the chair of the committee. And Honorable Speaker, while we were debating on the same bill while in the committee, I remember challenging honorable members in the same committee, the same way Honorable Maina has just challenged us, that what makes the difference to seem that the illicit brew, that is BUSA, is good in December and not good in the other days. And what makes it bad in these other days that is not bad in December? So I was challenging that maybe we should rethink of either just legalizing it or totally illegalizing it completely. But I was challenged, and they told me because of the cultural practices that we are used to, which definitely I enjoyed the same cultural practices. They said the priority is given to the culture. But my challenge too was, then what name do we give to that BUSA? Because it remains BUSA. It doesn't change its name. And even the ingredients are the same. So we should just come in an agreement and agree that let's legalize it and moderate and ensure that there is a law guarding the brewing of the same. And maybe going forward, we will have a talk on the same as we've agreed, so that we can see on how exactly, just to avoid on the bad second generation brews, we ought to think outside the box and see how to manage this second generation brew, because it has become a menace in most of our counties. And surprisingly, most of us would know that specifically Nandi doesn't come up with the same illicit brew, but it comes from other counties, for instance. But checks have to be put in place to ensure that the same is avoided. And Honorable Speaker, the board has come up in handy to ensure that there are a lot of checks to ensure that whenever one is to be licensed to do the same business, he or she has to meet certain requirements for the same to be licensed to ensure that the business kicks off. But generally speaker, I call upon members to support the same bill so that it becomes a law in place. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Let us have the chair to have the right of reply.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to get the right of reply. Mr. Speaker, what the essence of this bill is not actually to outlaw the consumption or even reduce. It actually gives the opportunity to those who want to use the same substance to get the right drink on the shelves or at the bars. So, Mr. Speaker, what this law or this bill intends to do is to actually control so that what is being sold either in shops or in bars, in supermarkets, or what is manufactured anywhere, be it locally or internationally, meets the required standards. It has gone maybe through, it has undergone the necessary certifications that qualifies this drink to be fit for human consumption. Mr. Speaker, on having an idea of wanting to legalize, maybe during the amendment of this bill, this act, Mr. Speaker, if at all it will be passed today, is that it's not something new now it's not unique to our county. I understand, though I'm not certain, one of the counties in central Kenya have legalized Muratina. Also, one of the counties in Coast Region have also legalized a drink known as Munazi, I think. And in other countries, Mr. Speaker, it has happened that I have gone to Addis Ababa. And Mr. Speaker, I found a traditional drink being sold with other products. So it's not something new, but we will consider that moving forward. The earnings from the institutions created by this bill, Mr. Speaker, is very specific. Once the licenses are given out, there are some fee paid by the operators. And in the subsequent regulations of the passing of this bill, like in the current regulations, in fact, around 27% or 37% goes to rehabilitation. Around 25% goes to awareness and enforcement. We also have 3% on administration, and that's where the membership of the board will draw their allowances. So, Mr. Speaker, it needs no any other budget because it is so expressed in the regulations. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you also all the membership of this Honorable House for the acknowledgement to the committee through the chair, and also the support you've offered to this end. Mr. Speaker, I had gone for a function, and it's good to report what they told me. I was giving out my condolences, and in some way I told them I'll be leaving now because I have a piece of legislation to present to the County Assembly, and it touches on matters alcohol. And when coming out, the pastor present in that particular function sent me to this particular house, Mr. Speaker. And there's a saying in Kalenjin that says, I don't know how to put it in English, but it was kind of a public participation, though informally. He sent me that I think they are thinking, or his thinking is that it is His Excellency to who makes the laws, because he told me, go tell His Excellency the Governor that we don't want alcohol. And he made the people to raise up their hands. So what I'm trying to say, Mr. Speaker, is that the operators of these businesses are protected also by law, provided that they are operating the business within the legal establishments. It is their right to proceed and do the clean business. The punishments given by this bill on those that will breach the agreements of licenses will have some consequences, Mr. Speaker, including even withdrawing the certificate issued to them. So, Mr. Speaker, I submit, Mr. Speaker. I don't want to proceed with it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, for threat. Honorable members, I now put the question that this House adopts the Nandi County Alcoholic Drinks Control Bill 2025, second reading. As many as of the same opinion say aye.
Aye.
As many as of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, adjournment.
Honorable members, there being no other business in the order paper, this House stands adjourned until tomorrow, 2:30.